Welcome back to Story Time. It's been a hell of a 2, 3 week vacay from social media for me. These past couple of weeks, I have been deep diving into spirituality and my artistry and what that looks like. And I want to take us back to before I even moved to Puerto Rico. I came to visit for 2 weeks, and during those 2 weeks, I got a cleansing in the river. And after that cleansing, I went back to the Airbnb. I ate some good food. I went to sleep for hours, like deep sleep, like a sleep I have never slept before. And then I woke up, and when I woke up, I just kept singing. Like everything became a song. Like I sang a lot. And a bunch of songs that I've just had in my DNA forever had just started to just spill out. And that was the moment I said, okay, I'm moving here. I have to move here. Not only for my spirituality and my sanity, but for my artistry. Like my artistry thrives here. And with that being said, now that I'm like settled into like the house and everything, I kind of got my rhythm down. Um, Less distractions from like being in New York City and like dealing with like the battle of should I have left, should I not? Like all of that internal baggage is like gone. And then I found myself just sitting like, damn, I really now have all of this time, space, and energy just to create. And people talk a big game. You talk a big game when you're busy, and there are a bunch of barriers to you making your art. Like, man, if I had this, I'll do that. And if I had this, I'll do that. Well, now I found myself here and there, and now I have that. Like I have the space and the time and the luxury of just allowing myself to be a person so that I could hear what I'm trying to create. And I think for a second I was running away from this this deep work by content creating. Like I was just like, let me just like push out all of the content that I can create. Let me post a reel every day. Let me make sure I'm taking photos and posting and getting my numbers up. It's a numbers game, blah blah blah. So I did that for a second, and you guys see me super active. And then all of a sudden, I just like went ghost for 2 or 3 weeks. And it's not that I was like being inconsistent or anything, but it's that I started to hear the fact that, damn, okay, what am I really making this content about? I started to realize I was making content about like everyday life in the rainforest or just like mundane, mediocre, like just like the reality of my everyday life. And while that's cool and while that works for some people, I've always wanted to create content in order to point to my music. And then I realized that I wasn't even making music, I was just making content at that point. So then I had to create a strong boundary between me and content creation. And that music comes first, it comes ahead of it, the study of it, the practice of it, the act of it, everything comes first before me just creating content. So yeah, it just happened. I didn't plan it. I just looked outside one day and I was like, damn, it's so beautiful outside. I just want to sit outside. And then the message came to me like I just need to be away from my phone, and not just social media, but just being on that bitch just for no reason, just scrolling for no reason, or just seeking out conversations, or just doing things to distract me from the deep work that I know that I need to do. So I said, fuck it, let me just jump into the thing that I'm afraid of. Like, what is it that I'm afraid of at this moment? What is this like invisible blocker barrier that I'm putting up between myself now that I don't have, like, I'm not worried about shit, Like, now that all of those things are gone and it's just me and the work, like, am I gonna step up to the work? And that's what I've been doing. I have been watching a lot of movies. I'm inspired by movies and documentaries about movies and filmmaking. I've been watching a lot of like musicals and just things that I want to, that I'm inspired by, and things that I want to recreate in some way for myself. I've been watching a lot of concerts. I've been writing a lot of songs. I've been journaling a lot. I've been sitting in silence at the river. I've been bathing naked at the river and just like sitting in nature, just naked, and just like listening to what that initial thing that brought me here, just connecting to that again. I haven't got another cleanse at the river by another person, but I have been doing my own practice at the river and just allowing myself to sit with my spirit and the universe and like the creator. And this is why I moved here, is to be next to my creative hub, my the place where I can hear the universe speak to me the clearest. And now I'm listening, without fear. I hope this is making sense. Like, I was trying to run away from it for a second, and it's a slippery slope because it feels like, oh, I'm waking up, I'm being productive, I'm creating content, I'm like creating a schedule for myself, I'm staying busy, I'm staying active, and it's like that's the busy work is what I've been trained to do in New York City, and just like crank out shit and produce, and just being on social media, it just tells you post 3 to 5. Oh shit, damn, I'm in the jungle. What the hell was that? All right, I'm back, I'm all right. Maybe it was just a little blessings. Somebody came to bless me. um what was I saying? Oh yeah, but just like staying busy in order to feel like I am doing justice to my artistry. And then I realized I have to do the exact opposite of what I've been taught. It's not busy work, it's deep internal processing and listening and being silent and being still and resting. So I've been sleeping, bro. I've been sleeping. I've been sitting by the river. I've been in meditation and literally just focusing on writing music and producing the ideas that I want to see come forth, and putting my creativity in the forefront rather than content creation is really exactly where I want to be. Like, it reminds me of when I was back at Texas Women's University, and I studied modern dance, and we really studied, and we had all of these intellectual conversations, and we watched dance and we talked about it, and we like sift through the work. Like, it became um, an immersive practice. So that's where I am right now. I'm immersing myself in the art of music, dance, fashion, film, and seeing what I like about it, and analyzing it and reinterpreting it in the way that I feel called to. And it's a really exciting place to be. This isn't going to be a long video. I just wanted to hop on here to say that make sure your work is coming first. Like, I know not only myself, but a bunch of artists struggle with, like, we practice deep into our work, and then there's content creation on top of that. And where I am now is that my focus is just the work. And when the work is done, and when it's like chef's kiss, and like I was able to transmit what the universe, the idea the universe gave to me in a clear way that I see fit, like, that's when I'm gonna bring snippets or clips or share that with social media. So it becomes more about the work and the creative habit instead of just showcasing it. And it's been such a huge relief on me because it's hard to do both at the same time. And I don't think you should have to do both to be able to protect. I don't think you should have to do both. Like, I feel it's more important to protect the integrity of the work and the experience of me in the journey of that work, rather than trying to showcase everything immediately off the bat. Like, I'm no longer there. Whoever's going to catch it is going to catch it. Whatever algorithm, whatever is happening in the algorithm at the time, like that's going to catch it or it's not going to catch it or whatever. I just have to be hands off with all of that and allow myself to be in the artist of making music, so that I'm just like not just like recording my daily coffee or tea or my daily meditation. And while those things are cool and they are effective and I see people getting a lot of numbers for them, it's just not where I am at deep in my research. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I am like on this creative retreat. That's my life now. Like, I live on a creative retreat, and I am excited to share some things that I've been working on. And I'm so proud of them because I know that I've been putting all of my intention and everything that I've been receiving from the universe, and just being a channel and allowing myself to be an open channel. The work is really elevated, and that's exactly where I want to be. So stay tuned for all the music and all the videos, and make sure you like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I hope you'll have a wonderful day and keep creating, man. Put your creative shit first before social media. Use it as a tool and don't let it use you. That's on period. Bye.